Is your credit card debt weighing you down? Hello, thanks for joining us. I'm Autumn Marissa. You're watching Comcast Newsmakers. Our guest this hour is Joan Redding. She's the president of the Credit Counseling Center. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me here. Thank you.
So important to have you here, especially this time of year. People are spending, and many of them are putting it on the credit cards. Can you tell us what we should be doing this time of year?
There's nothing wrong with putting charges on your credit card, as long as you're paying off balance. Otherwise, you get caught in the interest trap, and you're donating a lot of money, if you will, to the banks. So the use of a credit card is a perfectly fine, reasonable thing to do, as long as you're on top of it and paying attention. Because the problem with using credit cards, or using a lot of them, is not paying attention how much you're actually charging.
Right. Now, you and I were talking earlier. You said sometimes people have multiple credit cards, and like you said, you don't realize how much is on a credit card. Is it better to have just one credit card, or can having a couple be beneficial to a person?
It's compelling when you go to a lot of different stores and they'll ask you to get a credit card and you save a percentage. Again, as long as you're paying attention and you're monitoring that, the difficulty is if you're taking multiple credit cards and you've got $500 on this one, $1,000 on that one, another $1,000 on the other one, are you aware it's actually $2,000? So it's really more of a paying attention so that you can control your spending, and can you afford to have that kind of cash out.
Talk a little bit about the fees and how they work with a credit card if you aren't paying it off each month.
The interest rates and the over-limit fees, if you go past your limit, that's where I'm talking about, that if you charge something, remember, credit is not free. So if you're going to charge something, it's the cost of that item plus the interest charge.
And we have a great graphic here to show that. We have this beautiful pink shirt, $15 if you're buying this shirt with cash.
Right.
But if you're buying it on credit, it's going to cost you $29.
Right.
And what that means, like you said, that's the interest rates that the credit card company is charging.
Right.
Do you know percentage-wise how many people pay their credit card off each month versus those who pay the minimum balance?
It's actually, the last time I looked at those reports, it was about 30% don't play with credit cards at all. Another 30% pay them off every single month, and they don't carry a balance. So it doesn't matter what the interest rates. It's funny because people will ask me, what's a good interest rate? Doesn't matter. Pay it off every month. The other about 50%, 40 to 50% are carrying balances. And again, it's taking money out of your pocket and donating it to the credit card industry, and I'm saying I'd rather put it back in your pocket.
Right. Can you give us some tips this time of year of how we can be a little bit more aware of what we're doing spending-wise?
Ask yourself this question, because the awareness is the key. If you go shopping with cash, I'm going to guess that you'll probably spend less money. If you use your debit card or your checkbook, there's a tendency to maybe get to at least that amount or spend over. Using your credit card, there's a tendency for us to fall asleep. And we will buy 2 or 3 items. You know, you go in there for a pair of slacks, and then I might as well add a shirt, I might as well add some jewelry and some other accessories. If you had cash, you wouldn't be allowed to do that. You wouldn't be capable of doing that because you wouldn't have the money. So it really is an awareness thing.
It used to be very easy for people to get a credit card, to obtain a credit card. You used to see people all over the mall even having little kiosks for it. Is it easy still to get them, or are companies trying to be a little more cognizant that people can't pay these bills?
Well, be mindful, there's nothing wrong with a credit card, and it's pretty easy to get a credit card as long as you're using it properly. The problem is when you get multiple credit cards and then you stop paying attention. So the credit card in and of itself is not a bad thing. It's very convenient to use as long as you pay it off. When you start not paying attention and it starts carrying a balance and you start racking up interest rates, that's when it starts to get out of hand.
Great. Well, thanks for being here. If people need any credit card advice or help, you can make sure you talk to Joan Redding at the Credit Counseling Center. I'm Autumn Marissa. Thanks for watching Newsmakers. We'll see you next time.